Yellowjackets return home to start conference play this week. Jace, the team has a lot of momentum going right now. You guys went on the road and won 3 games. What was your message being a senior leader after the team was really down? You had lost 2 in a row, and you really came out of the gates and took care of business that first game.
Yeah, well, my message to the team was that it was a long season. I know we were all really down after losing at home, and I just told everybody to keep their heads up because I knew we didn't play our best basketball and we needed to keep getting better and just keep playing hard and take care of the little things and making shots to take care of themselves. And we came out on the road and played really hard, and just like I'd hoped, those making shots to take care of itself.
I know you're a player who really prides yourself on your shooting personally and as a team shooting. So I could tell you're getting pretty frustrated in those games when the shots weren't falling, those 2 home losses. I think the team shot 20% from the three-point arc in those 2 losses. How did things turn around on the road for you personally and for the team?
Well, personally, I don't know. It's been a long time, really, since I played. I mean, it just took a little bit to get my legs underneath me. I'm just starting to feel more strong out there, so my base is stronger. So personally, that's helped my shooting a lot. But as a team, I mean, I think we were just taking better shots. We got a lot of open looks those games that we missed, but we also took a lot of bad shots. So I think what we cleaned up these last 3 games is we were taking a lot better shots. And then once we saw a few go down, it just helped everyone's confidence, and it just kind of, everybody started making things.
Yeah, talk about being back on the court this year. You had a season-ending injury last season, but to be able to come back, it seems like you're getting stronger every practice, every game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long time of not playing. I basically didn't play a game for 9 months, so I mean, it's a lot different sitting there watching. I mean, I definitely learned a lot of things, just kind of felt like a coach out there watching little things, and it just took a little bit of time to adjust to the speed of everything again, and kind of felt like I was a freshman again for the first few games. But now, I don't know, I'm feeling more confident and comfortable out there every game.
And you have GNAC play starting on Saturday with Concordia coming in. Now, you've been in the program for 5 years, 4 years on the court as a player. You're a veteran in this league, as veteran as any player in the GNAC. What are your expectations for these first games, the importance of them, and how do you explain that to the rest of the team?
I mean, we just got to crank up our intensity and level of energy in practice, because now all those games we've played coming up to this point are just getting us ready for our GNAC play. Now is when they really matter, and you know as well as I do, the GNAC is a very competitive league, but I expect us to be as good as any team in the GNAC this year.
The mentality for our last 3 games was just to get better every game. We're obviously been struggling shooting, but we got better with that, with everyone just going to the boards, and that created more shots for our guards, and just kind of got us going in the flow of the game.
In that very first game against Chadron State, you had a nice double-double, 23 points, and I think 13 rebounds. Talk about what was working for you that night and how that kind of sparked the team.
Just with everyone going to the offensive boards, it opened up more lanes for me personally, and then the whole team as well. So with everyone doing that, just made things easier throughout the game, and it seemed to work as a team, so we're going to stick with that.
The team got an individual award. Preston Beverly named the GNAC Player of the Week. He also had a big week. Talk about playing with him and how he was leading the team.
Well, playing with Preston, you kind of always know what he's going to do. He's been pretty consistent throughout this year, so having him playing by his side is always good because you know what you're going to get out of him. So as long as he keeps playing like that and the team keeps playing well, I think we should do well going to the GNAC.
Yeah, talk about how a road trip like that where you go into it a little bit uncertain, but you come out of it with 3 wins. How is that going to boost your team morale heading into this week?
We really needed that because we've had a few games that we should have won, but we just didn't finish the game well. So coming off a 3-game win streak, I think we'll be going to the GNAC with lots of steam. So as long as we just keep up our gameplay right now, we should be good.
And talk about your first 2 GNAC opponents, Concordia University Saturday, Western Oregon Monday. You were a redshirt freshman in the league last year, so you've seen these teams a couple times. What are your expectations for these 2 opponents?
It'll be tough. GNAC opponents always know what we're going to do, so we just have to come out with the mentality just to get better, and everything should go well from then on. But playing these 2 guys, these 2 teams were tough last year, so it could be tough this year as well.
Well, you know, it was a great response because we had just come off a really tough week where we had lost a couple games in Billings, and It was just it was a couple tweaks here, a couple tweaks there, but the main tweaks were just the guys going out and playing really well. That was the main thing. Obviously, we shot the ball better than we'd been shooting it, and defensively, we've been very, very consistent all year. We've been pretty difficult to score on. Our defensive field goal percentage is in the low 40s, which if we can keep it there all year, that's a pretty good stat. So, rebounding the ball, we've been good. It's just been a matter of finally finding the shooting touch, which we did, and then we did a great job of going to the offensive rebound. So when we did miss shots, we had some guys flying around, and we had offensive. We were double-digit offensive rebounds every game. So yeah, obviously it was a good week for the guys. I think it built some confidence that we were lacking, and we're looking forward to getting the GNAC started now.
In the home games, you mentioned that you lost. You had a couple players stand out offensively, but as a team really struggled shooting the ball. That changed on the road. You had a couple new guys step up. Jace Anderson really a breakout performance since returning from his injury, and Kendall Denham really sparked you as well.
Yeah, and looking back, actually, at those two games that we lost in Billings, we had a 10-point lead in the second half of one and a 9-point lead in the second half of the other. So we weren't shooting the ball really well at all that week, but we were still playing good enough to really have chances to win both games. But yeah, obviously on the road we went out and Kendall Denham particularly was a spark, and it was more than what you'd see on a box score. Some little things he did defensively. He was just playing with great energy. We kind of finally found a little bit of a rotation where the guys, we felt comfortable with our sub patterns. That was the first time all year that we'd done that. But Kendall was a spark. Jace continues to improve. With that knee injury, we don't feel like he's going to be back 100% probably till January or February. But I think if you saw him at the start of practice, and then even if you saw him at the start of November, and now you're seeing him now, you're just seeing the I think the natural improvement of a guy coming off a knee injury, a guy getting more confidence, and so he played really well on the road. But those were two of many. We had several guys step up and play really well.
Comment on your two opponents coming into Alterowitz Gym. Saturday, Monday, a little different schedule, but you have Concordia first Saturday, then Western Oregon, the reigning conference champs, Monday.
Well, it's GNAC games, and we know how good they are. I know last year they were actually the last two teams we played before our season ended, and they were played here. And Western Oregon obviously was an elite team last year, going to the Final Four, and they lost a lot of seniors off that team, but they've reloaded. They're talented. Coach Shaw does a really, really good job with that group. And it'll be interesting to see, obviously both those teams play tonight, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Concordia, the first game Saturday, athletic group. They bring a lot of their guys back that from last year that were really good players. And because of the later week, we don't play till Saturday, Monday. That's given us a chance to rest and not do much early in this week. So we have a lot still to learn about both those teams. We haven't done a lot of our homework. On a normal week, we'd already be ready to tell you everything about both teams. But, our Monday kind of starts tomorrow with the Saturday, Monday schedule. So we've had a chance to get rested. But we know it's GNAC games. They're home games. They're important games. And they're teams that, if we don't play well, can definitely come in and beat us.